If you just simply take your right hand, if you're a right-handed player, and put it in front of your left hand, your hands would be back to back, just like this right here, okay? If you turn back and you were to keep your right palm facing the ground, start turning to your left as if you were hitting a golf ball, keep that palm facing the ground, okay? And turn into that left heel. You can turn a long ways with that angle still there. Hey golfers, Tony McMullen, the founder of Smart Golf Academy here. Today we are talking about something that's really going to help your game, help you to enjoy the game more. We're going to talk about how to turn better and compress the ball. And those two things are going to come from your wrist angle, specifically your trail wrist angle. But first, before I get to that, we'd love it if you give us a like and a subscribe to the channel. We got some great content on here. You're going to love what we have for you today. It's going to make you a better player. It's going to make you strike the ball better, have more fun. And if there's something in your game that you would love to get addressed or maybe see how it works or how I could improve it, we'd love it if you drop us a line, let us know what that is. Give us a great idea for content. Today's video, by the way, came from somebody who did exactly that. They want to learn to turn a little better and hit the ball a little sharper. So we're going to combine that with holding the trail wrist angle, okay? So first things first, what's the feel of holding the trail wrist angle, okay? If you just simply take your right hand, if you're a right-handed player, and put it in front of your left hand, your hands would be back to back, just like this right here, okay? If you turn back and you were to keep your right palm facing the ground, start turning to your left as if you were hitting a golf ball. Keep that palm facing the ground, okay? And turn into that left heel. You can turn a long ways with that angle still there. That's what we mean by retaining the angle. All your good players, all your best players in the world, they all understand that they don't want to flip the club at the bottom. Let me tell you what happens when you do that, okay? So if you get flippy at the bottom, this is the heavy end of the club, light end of the club. What happens is the player who does that, they turn and then they get right down to right about here and then all of a sudden their body stops turning. We got all this speed and momentum in the club head, which is the heaviest part of the club, and it's going to pass your hands very quickly, just like that, okay? When you strike the ball that way, first of all, it's totally inconsistent. It's very hard to learn to play that way. Secondly, you have a whole lot more loft. You're adding loft to whatever club you have in your hand. So let's say you got a 7-iron and you do that. You're actually hitting probably about a 9-iron. That's why it really doesn't go anywhere. It goes really high, but it won't go very far, okay? The second thing that happens is you hit it very low in the face when you're doing that because the club's on its way up. The club's not designed to be hit there. What we want is we want the ability to, when we hit the ball, we want a nice, solid angle of attack going down, clipping the ball first, then hitting the ground. By doing so, we're compressing the ball. We're trapping it, literally trapping it between the ground and the club face. You're actually squeezing the ball when you hit it for just a millisecond, and then it regains its shape. And when it fires off the face, as it regains its shape, you've compressed the ball, and it actually is going to fly further that way. The velocity is higher, and also just things like moment of inertia and all those kind of things, they all come into play with that, okay? So how do we make that work? Well, let me go back a step. This feel right here, okay? Right hand in front of the left, back to back, turn back as if you were going to hit the ball, and then start turning through, okay? Now I mentioned it's going to make you turn better. If you hold this angle longer, that's going to, for you to hit the ball, you want to hold that angle all the way until you hit the golf ball. Well, look at what that's doing for us, okay? We know that we want to work our way into our left heel and drive. You want to feel like you're pressing that left heel into the ground as your left hip is turning. Okay, well, if I'm holding this angle here, I actually turn a pretty good distance when I hit the ball. More turn is more club speed, okay? If that club head is passing your hands and your body has stopped turning, you're losing club speed. So you're losing distance, accuracy, and consistency all at the same time. You want to gain all three of those back? Keep the angle in your right wrist and hold it through impact. It improves your turn, and it also improves how consistently and strongly, aggressively that you hit the golf ball. Now we've got a drill for the feel. Let's talk about a quick drill for hitting the ball. Okay? So as I swing the club back, the first thing I want to feel is hold that angle there. See how the club is level to the ground? Okay, so here's your first feel drill. Turn until the club would strike the ball. Check out how much turn is involved there, okay? you're going to get here. Again, drive into that left heel, push down that left heel, and turn, 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 until the club would reach where it's going to hit the ball. Look at how much I've turned, okay? So now we got more turn, we got more speed, we got a better angle of attack. Start with some small swings. Hold the angle in the right wrist, just a small swing. You'll see how much you turn. First couple of swings may not be the best contact. That's okay, just keep working with it, okay? Nice smooth turn here, but hold the angle. Oh, I like that one. That was pretty good, okay? You can simply lengthen the swing as you get more comfortable with that. You can go from maybe a knee-to-knee swing, which would be here to here, to maybe hip to hip, okay? Shoulder to shoulder and all the way into your longer swing. You'll notice you'll hit a few balls to the left. That's typical for this, but when you hit them, you'll notice that you hit them very solidly, and they probably carry a little further than what you're used to seeing. And they might even be they should be actually a little bit lower than somebody who would flip the club and hit the high weak shot that generally goes to the right. Give this a try, work with it, be patient with it, but work with it. And over time, your ball striking is going to get better and better, and so is your turn, simply by holding the angle in your right wrist, your trail wrist. For more tips like these, go to smartgolfacademy.org, the online academy, and we are going to make you a better player.